Do you think some companies should be held accountable for some video game that may be a little bit addictive? Like, and the one game I will bring up was the game came out a couple of years ago called Flappy Bird. Y'all remember Flappy Bird?
Yeah,
Flappy.
definitely.
You remember Flappy Bird? So the game, you have to keep pressing the thing and having this bird flap and get over. But it became so addictive, they had to get rid of the game. And if you go on YouTube, or not YouTube, but if you go on eBay, and some people were selling their phones that still had that game installed because you can't download it anymore, and it's kind of rare to get a phone that got Flappy Bird on it. Do you think some games can suppress?
Okay, so let me say this: is the game addictive?
It was.
Hold on, is it addictive, or is it just a challenge that everybody just
Both.
wants to beat? Okay, because I don't consider video games addictive. What I consider them is a challenge. I don't consider them addictive because, from my understanding, they're just not addictive. I don't see a video game addictive. People play video games to wind their day down.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Decompress from the day, whatever it is. You know, like Madden just dropped. You know, got people who are football fans. That don't mean they're addicted to it. They just like Madden or 2K or the game you just said. I don't think it's an addiction to video games because video games.
Well, this was different. They had to ban this game from being downloaded.
I mean, that's the same thing as Pokemon Go too, then, right?
No, that's not banned.
No, but I'm saying it's addictive, right?
It is
It's a
addictive,
challenge, right? So you got people walking in the middle of the street getting hit because you know what I'm saying. So I don't consider video games addictive. That's just my opinion. I don't consider them addictive. I consider them just fun things to do. Now, do people live in the world too hard? Yes. I don't know if that's an addiction. It's like, you know, people just like, but you got people who play professional video games, and that's really what they do. So are they addicted to it, or is that a job, or is it just fun? I don't just see it as being addictive.
See, the thing with video games is I feel like they get singled out in this because anything could be addictive, and even from the standpoint of just society in general, it's almost like a crutch for people to say, "Oh, I'm addicted to this, or I got this problem," whether it's an adult or if it's a kid or whatever. I look at it from the standpoint of kids. It's like at some point, if your kid is gaming too much, do some parenting, bro. Like,
Well, no, they ain't how that work. It was 2025. Parents would be like, go play this video game while I go watch my stories if y'all still watch.
That's not true.
What? You don't think?
No, that's not in 2025. No.
Yeah.
Now, back when we were kids, we can do that. But now they be making them cut it off.
Nah.
You got school tomorrow.
Have you forgot?
But like you said, that's on the parents.
Have you forgot people go buy VC for 2K? They go buy Roblox card and Fortnite card so their kids can leave them the hell alone.
But that's parenting.
What? So you saying that? So you saying go play this video game? That's parenting.
I'm not telling my kids that.
I'm with you on this, bro.
Not you, but there are parents that will be like, "What you need? VC? You need Roblox card? You need Fortnite card? Get out my face."
So is that the fault of the game developers or the fault of the parents?
The parents.
That's the fault of the parent that not want to go back to quality time. What was quality time when we grew up? What was quality time? Quality time was going outside playing at the park, going to the neighborhood club, going to your friend's house. We can't even go to each other's friend's house anymore. Why? Because there ain't no, hey, you got the new Call of Duty, the new Tekken. Let me go to your house. Let me bring my copy, bring my controller. Ain't none of that. It's boop. You online, cool. Let's get in the lobby. Ain't no more of the socializing. And I think parents, the fact that they don't want to go outside and go to the park, they have to find another way to keep them distracted in the house. And that is hit his VC.
Okay.
Hit his Fortnite. And that's not everybody.
And I understand that perspective of it because I grew up in a bunch of different neighborhoods, you know. I had opportunity to go outside and actually touch grass and, you know, play football and all that stuff like that with my friends. But then I lived in some areas where, you know, playing outside wasn't exactly the thing to be doing. And during those times, that's when I kind of played games a little bit more because my parents knew I needed some kind of an outlet because it wasn't necessarily safe for me to be outside like that. And that's just... it's like with anything, you got to have some kind of balance, you know. So like you can't just park your kid in front of the game system, feed them a bunch of VC. It's like And you think this thing is not gonna go off the rails at some point? Like, what we doing?
Hold on, let's dig into it. So we're gonna talk. Let's talk about it. So let's go off generations, right?
Okay.
We all around the same age, give or take.
Yeah.
Almost, right? So back.
Well, not really. Some of y'all got a little more gray than me.
Yeah.
Man, what you saying, bro?
So back,
I ain't
back
dying
when
nothing.
we were younger, we didn't have. Let's start with technology. We didn't have the Instagrams, the TikToks, the Facebooks, the iPhones, the Samsung phones. We can video record. Like you said, we really had to go. Hey, you coming outside today?
Right, you coming outside,
We had
right?
to do that back then. So now you got to look at our kids. Now that we're not kids, we got our own children. Looking what they growing up with in their era now. Remember our era, we didn't have that. So we had to go outside. Street lights came on. We got to go in the house. Now it's like the whole company thing. Nobody does that anymore because you don't. They made it to where you don't have to. Because now it's like I could just video record and talk to you all day long. And I ain't got to be in your face or going outside. Kids don't go outside no more because it's so much going on with these that they don't have the hey, let's go play ball. Like we used to hoop all day, every day
all the time.
when we were younger. You go, you be where you be kicking it and stuff all day long. Like kids don't do that anymore. You know what I'm saying? They'll lock in on this and be like, okay, cool. And the generations are just changing. And as parents, we're just seeing certain things because eventually we're going to get old and our kids going to be up there and they're going to have their kids and then they got to adjust to their kids and their new generation.
But that's
Stuff
when
like that.
your parenting got to come in
Yes.
and step to the forefront because you have to be aware of what you're giving your kids and what you're not giving your kids.
Well, but see, I think, and I hear what you say. What you're giving to, I think parents today. Who was they saying in the chat?
No, that's Paul Rock.
Yeah, what up, Rock? I see you, Rock.
All day long.
What up, Rock? But I feel like I would say this. Do y'all remember run to the block and back? Run to the corner and back, right? Run as far as I can see you, right?
Was that a Hyde Park thing?
What are you talking about? What's a
Because
high park
we
thing?
grew up in the hood. We didn't do that.
Oh, my God.
Yeah,
God.
I want to know where you going with this, bro.
You got jokes. No. But
Do tell.
but you know what? I think parenting in 2025 is different. So downtown, right? A few months ago, there was a whole bunch of kids tearing up the transportation bus. Dude, why is technology just like, okay, all these kids can navigate, communicate, we're going to meet up here and act the fool, but they don't want to do nothing productive. Now, you saying that, so let me ask you this. Do you think the parents of today, I'm not going to say our generation, but the parents after us, is that just normal? Is giving them something to distract them that may not be productive distraction, it's just the way of parenting?
Let me say this.
Go ahead, bro.
The parents, and I probably get a lot of backlash from this, and I'm going to be honest, and I'm not talking about our parents. And the parents today, these new generation parents, are sugar honey iced tea.
Sugar honey.
I'm going to be perfectly honest, because I watch parents working where I work at, or seeing what I'm seeing, and they talk to their kids like they're their friends. You're not my friend. And that's what's wrong with a lot of parents now. They think they're their kids' friends. You're not my friend. I'm your father. You're my son. Now, we have a certain respect for each other. Don't get me wrong. I could do certain things, but I'm not your friend. A lot of parents now make a mistake of trying to be their kids' friends. Maybe because of stuff. It's just, I'm just telling you from what I see, once again.
But I don't think parents are in the position to really be parents. And what I mean by that is, not in every household.
No, I want you to explain that part. That's
No,
what I'm
it's
saying.
and what was parenting for us growing up? You act up, you got your ass whooped. You disobey me, you got your ass whooped. You got on timeout. You got your TV taken away. You got your toy taken away. That ain't happening. The most thing you can take away from a child today to hurt their feelings is their cell phone. I can go days without my cell phone. These kids can't go days without their cell phone. So in 2025, what is real punishment?
That's why I said they sugar honey iced tea, because that's not a punishment.
But y'all up here leaning back like
Because
like,
I wanted to take in what you was saying.
So we don't. Okay, I'm gonna say this.
So wait, Rock,
I'ma
Rock,
say
we
this,
live in the
talk
best
about-
era outside of being outside the 80s, baby. Hell yeah, Rock,
Y'all
absolutely.
know when I'm on this podcast, I say certain things that everybody not gonna say. I'm gonna say this. We don't white parent.
What does that mean?
Meaning, hey, little Jimmy, go to timeout in your corner. We grew up when, like you just said, you got on line, You want to shout out the belt? Come on in this garage. He walk in, I'm gonna walk out. I'm just being honest. And him being a father with boys, you want to challenge me for the belt? Come on, I got an open challenge to anybody.
I'm just gonna put it this way, man.